we're not going to be able to go up on the Temple Mount because of the Ramadan. You see that big white block right there? See how the stones are smaller underneath? Do you see how those stones are just like this? That is a blocked up entrance. That was the original entrance for the women into the temple. Is that cool? And then they built this thing here. See, and they blocked it.
Here.
Okay.
This is the Mount Moriah, guys. So it shows a bit like the topography, the terrain, that part of that small area. What do you think, like, what I'm standing here?
You're standing on the Mount of Olives?
Very good. And what is this?
That's the Kidron Valley.
Kidron Valley. Oh, very good. And so guys, this is, here, where we believe actually where Abraham almost sacrificed his son. We know this, okay, 1,000 years like you have Solomon that rebuilt the temple, and the temple is gone, and you got like the second temple, Herod the Great, who rebuilt the temple, as you see actually here on the screen. That's kind of here, if you look at this temple now, from west to east. This is the Mount of Olives here. This is Mount Scopus. Remember the Mormon Institute and the Hebrew University. So this is the north. Your hotel is right there. And City of David down here. You have the steps, the Jesus steps, right? We're gonna go next. So anyway, here, this is the western wall. You see the whole thing. We came, what we visited actually, you can see that earlier on the screen, but we talk about more the second temple, all right? Keep that in mind. Okay, like Herod the Great, he hired more than 8,000 people.
Wow.
To build that thing. It's just huge, huge. This is, I think, this is the highlight of the whole many projects, building projects that this guy, he built. Well, we have to add Caesarea Maritime, remember Caesarea? So, but here, this is something that he wanted to build or rebuild. It's not like because he was really good Jew. I mean, he was a Jewish, but actually he wanted to make himself to impress the others, right? Extravagant building he wanted to build and to show off. Now, if you talk about topographically, you had actually a few topography challenges to build, to be able to enlarge, to make that Temple Mount twice bigger. So, which means that he has to do some of the changes here. So, you remember what I said about the topography of the Mount Moriah? Notice from here, that's the top of the mountain, the summit of the mountain, pretty much where the Dome of the Rock is today. From here south, that hill, it goes down, and all the way to the Kidron Valley. We have here, like, by the way, the pool of Siloam, but we'll talk about it later, we're going to be there all day. Here, from here, the summit and north, you have pretty much, it's kind of, you have that rock. He has to take it out, cut it out, to level it with the summit of the Mount Moriah. So, what is that? He had to create that platform or that courtyard. Yeah. This is what, I mean, we were supposed to be up there, unfortunately we couldn't. But anyway, this is a huge big platform, 35 acres, 24 soccer fields, actually. It's just a huge, this is what's going to become the largest sanctuary in the world. 35 acres, 20% of the oxygen of today, with the temple, for sure. Again, approximately where the Dome of the Rock is today. So, here you are. Since this is that part of the southern part of that platform is artificial, man-made, he has to raise it. So by building pillars and arches, sometimes, many times he filled it, okay, with the rocks or dirt. And so anyway, you got that such a thing, that platform. So we came from that side, we have seen the western wall, which is almost like here. We're gonna go move back to the southern wall, the retaining wall. We're not talking about the walls of the city, of the old city, but talk about retaining walls of the Temple Mount. You keep that in mind. You talk about like the length, for example, of this wall, that side, almost roughly 1900 feet long. And you're pretty much you're gonna see the whole thing. Look above you. You have arch. And what else? He built actually bridges, gates, right? So the people come in, come out. You're gonna see some of the remnants of gates. So if you look about, we are now here, actually, not very far from this gate. You see that gate? That's one of the 4 gates of one of the gates of the western side of the temple now. So imagine that this arch, it's a chain of many different arches to support that bridge. The thing is like this. Topographically, Jerusalem, you notice like it's built made of many hills. The city is not like Los Angeles here. It's hills, valleys, and everything. So think about it. And again, I try like to make it as simple as I can. So you have here, if you start from east, you have the Mount of Olives, Kidron Valley, Mount Moriah. Guess what? We have another valley here, where with the Dung Gate, where we visit the plaza of the front of the Western Wall. This is another valley. Almost you don't feel it, you don't see it today. But this is valley we call the Central Valley. And then after this valley, you have that hill of Mount Zion. And after, in the back of the Mount Zion, I will show you, we're going to be there, you have the valley of Gehenna, the valley of hell. Okay, and then you have more hills, and not less interesting about them. So you got it? You have hill, valley, hill, valley, hill, valley. It goes like this. I heard that he built that bridge, and here's like one of the arches of that bridge, to the people who lived on the Mount Zion. We called that, by the way, at that time, Upper City, where the VIP people lived, wealthy people, like Sadducees. This we call the Upper City, lived right here. By the way, including the Palace of Herod the Great was here. You're going to see it. It's at the Jaffa Gate. Right, the Jaffa Gate is right more or less like here. And so the people, when they walk down to that Temple Mount, like Sadducees, the priests that they served here at the Temple Mount, they don't have to go all the way to the valley and then come and walk up the hill, Mount Moriah, to the Temple Mount. So he built a bridge to connect the Temple Mount, with the Upper City. Now the temple is gone. No stone is left on another. What is left is actually the platform, some of the retaining walls and everything. Later Roman period, pretty much didn't do anything about it. Maybe, but most likely we hear that he built a new temple, a pagan temple, to Zeus, right in this place, to profane the place, to provoke the Jews. Because I'm gonna mention that you have had like the second rebellion of the Jews, Bar Kokhba rebellion, if you remember.
Yeah.
So during that time, so he wanted to revenge, and he built the pagan temple here on the Temple Mount. After Roman period ended, you talk about new era, Byzantine, which is Roman, but it's Christian. Constantine, the Emperor Constantine, the one who made Christianity the original the state religion, and with his mother Helena, and so but those guys didn't build anything here. They didn't care about the Temple Mount. They left it abandoned. By the way, sometimes like they call the Dung Gate. Why the Dung? Because the people used to come all the way to the Temple Mount during the time of the Byzantines and to throw the trash, garbage right into the Temple Mount.
Aww.
Just to provoke as well and this kind of thing. And anyway, in the Byzantine period, the Dung Gate, that's one of the reasons we call it this name. Anyway, 638. The Byzantine period pretty much started from 324, more or less. At least like when the Christianity became the official religion. But all the way till 638. Islam came over. Muslims, they come. And 638. Normally these kind of things I say like as well, the Temple Mount. And decades later, after they had come already, 696, Muslims, one certain specific king who was living in Damascus, he decided to build the Dome of the Rock on the western wall. That's not exactly the floor. The floor is not original. The floor was way down deeper. And I will show you the original streets actually. So this is, by the way, like here you have that section. Here, this is the Gentiles. Anybody can come in on the Temple Mount. That's not all holy or sacred enough, like so anybody can go. This is the court of the women. This is where normally the treasury. This is where the people will donate more money to the temple. This is where Jesus he blessed that woman that she gave like 2 mites. Okay, because this is the furthest like the woman they can go actually. This woman can stay here, right in front of the temple. But then the men with the offerings or the animals, you come over here to the other section of the court where the altar is, and the temple is only for the priest, and the Holy of Holies is only for the high priest, only once a year in Yom Kippur. The year 780. In 696, after they built the Dome of the Rock, and here's the Muslims, they build their homes right here next to the Temple Mount. Actually, the plaza where you'll be standing, it's still part of the Muslim quarter. It was called the Moroccan headquarters, quarter. But in 1967, the Six-Day War, so the Israelis actually, they demolished all these homes to create actually a plaza for Jews to come and see that was okay? Yeah. It's huge. It's still a mystery how they moved something from where it has been cut. We believe that actually lots of quarries, stone was being in the area, definitely. Maybe on the Mount Moriah itself, we have used the stone, the rock, the bedrock, to create these such blocks to build that retaining walls. Estimation about the weight about this stone. You know, average stones that we to build a retaining wall, they're about 2.5 tons. Average weight of a stone of the retaining walls in general, 2.5 tons. But guess how much weight actually this one here? Well, we have some different theories, but some people they say like 460 tons. Some people they say 600 tons, whatever, hundreds of tons of one stone like the one that you see right here. Yes, it's actually, the thing is that in between those stone, the blocks, here there is no mortar. There's no more actually at all.